Signal's not given yet. The light's flashing. Flags up. Presses a button and away they go in the first of 11. Conflagrant's missed the kick. He's going to go out the back and look to settle there. Passapinjai on the inside began positively, as did Royalty. He's going to go forward there. Outside of them, Nate's Honours pushing forward with a light 4 kilogram claimer on board. Charming Diamond bounced out better today. He's in 4th, but he's just looking to come across and get some cover. Wind of Liberty's tucked away on the fence in 5th. Back then to a more and more. On the inside of them, we have Classic 36 Perfect. He's going to get a nice run, one off the rail, but he's just midfield at the moment. Conflagrants has made up a bit of ground in any way towards the tail. Magnificent Gold, and at the tail ender is Huntsman to see them all. First 424.79, so a pretty steady gallop here in the opener. Royalty's going to try and do it all the way in front. Nate's Honours just camped on his back, but he's got a nice lightweight to do it. Charming Diamond sitting in 4th, Passapinjai on the inside. More and more looking to get out and get niggling. Back then behind them, Perfect the favourite, looking to come into it. Looking for Wind of Liberty. He's starting to produce a run now. As on the outside there is Conflagrants looking to come into it. Out wide, Magnificent Gold. And the others at the back are not making up much ground. Royalty still in front. Passapinjai boxing on. Wind of Liberty just going up and down on the one place. Here comes Charming Diamond and Conflagrants on the outside. It's going to be on the inside. Charming Diamond just getting an advantage over Royalty now as they start to break away from the rest. But Royalty's kicking back on the inside, and Royalty will beat Charming Diamond. Making up ground on the inside was Perfect. Back then to Wind of Liberty, who finished off to run 4th. Passapinjai inside of him, more and more towards the middle end of the field. Conflagrants looked a threat, but really stopped at the end. Back on the inside was Huntsman, Magnificent Gold, and the tail enders of Anyway, and Classic 36 never really gave a look. Flags up, signal's given. He presses a button and away they go. And missing it was Super Extreme. He's going to be out the back. Quasi began well in the blue and red. Driving up on the inside, Chivalric Knight going forward under a bit of an urging there too. Limbs hopefully tucked away there, just off for speed. Coming out wide, we have Legacy Fighter, and even wider there is Sugar Rush. Back on the inside fence, Tabby will do in the red. He's racing to the inside there of Limbs, hopefully. Limbs Dreamwalker outside of him. Back then to Star Fortune, worse in midfield, just covering a bit of ground. And the ones at the tail, Super Extreme on the inside there. We have racing on the inside of back then with Silcado. They start to swing around the corner to run the first 400 in 25.33, so a bit slower than the first race. They're coming around the corner now. Chivalric Knight holds the lead. Beginning out wide now, Sugar Rush looking to make a run. In beside of them, we have Limbs hopefully. And then there's a wall of horses behind them. Quasi just looking for an out now. Tabby will do back to the inside rail. Limbs Dreamwalker gets out and gets clear running now and is under hard riding. Making up ground on the outside, Star Fortune and also Super Extreme. They come into the last 300 metres in front. It's Chivalric Knight who just holds the lead. Limbs Dreamwalker looking to come into it as well. Looking for Quasi, who's boxing on in 3rd. Making up ground now behind them is back then Sir Elton. But they draw away now. It's Chivalric Knight. He's got about a length buffer here and he's going to go on and win it. Chivalric Knight wins it over Quasi in 2nd. Limbs Dreamwalker boxed on for 3rd. Back then to Sir Elton. Making up ground on the inside, Tabby will do, finishing around 5th position. We have running on outside of them, Heart of Gold, back then to Super Extreme. Star Fortune just knocked off. Sugar Rush, Limbs hopefully was a threat on the corner but finished towards the tail. And Silcado and Legacy Fighter were pulling up towards the tail. Flags given. Presses a button and away they go, and they've broken a nice line. Probably Mystery Power, one of the worst. Copping a check there was Limbs Passion, who's going to be out the back. Beginning well was Brutus. He's going to look to come across and get a nice spot. War Pride tucked away on the fence. Coming now outside of them, we have that'll be Dr. Cardo in the pink looking to get a position. And then we look towards the inside of War Pride. Orion Passion's nice and handy. Back then to Burak, who's just behind the leading pack, and he's just caught a little bit wide. Harry Dreams tucked away nicely midfield, one off the rail. Caristo Racing Tour inside. Good fights in between them. Back to the tail enders of Atlas, Mystery Power, and Limbs Passion. See them all. The first 425.24. They come around the corner in a wave of horses. Brutus on the inside. Dr. Cardo racing to his outside. Giving chase is War Pride out in the middle, looking to come on Magnifique under hard riding. They're starting to work out their order and see who's going to be in the mix here in race 3. Brutus gets a bit of a gain on the inside. Where's Harry Dream? She's in the blue cap looking to get clear ground. Caristo to her inside. War Pride's boxing on. Brutus holding the lead, giving chase Dr. Cardo. Here comes Caristo giving chase now, but Brutus, he's hard up on the inside rail. He's going to hang on and he'll beat Caristo. In third was War Pride. Back then Harry Dream to the outside. Atlas boxed on the inside and made up a bit of ground to run into 5th. Back then we have Dr. Cardo, Mystery Power, good fight on the outside, even wider Burak. Lim's Passion copped a nasty check at the start. Back then to Magnifique, and Orion Passion will be the last one to pull up. Signals given, presses a button, and they broke in a beautiful line. Red Roars began well out wide, but he's not the first out of the gates. Rocket Ryan was positive. Coming over now is Loving Babe to get into a forward position. Red Raw moves into second. Snip's nice and positive in third. Back then, Rocket Ryan's going to get a card in 4th, 5th position. On the inside fence, Nate's Champion's going to get a lovely run in transit. Run Minder Binder run behind them. Back then to Super Generous. On the inside there is David Sling. Fast and Fearless towards the tail. And the tail enders, Grandpa Micmac, and Taki is last of all. He's going to have to do a lot of work from the back there. First 424.28 as they start to swing around the corner for the home turn. Loving Babe holds the lead ahead here of Red Raw. Snip's got a lovely run. Can he get past these leaders? Nate's Champion's on the fence. He's under hard riding as well. As are a few of these. Rocket Ryan coming into it. Run Minder Binder run, just looking for an out. Shuffled in between horses. Super Generous back towards the tail enders with Taki and Grandpa Micmac. They've got 250 metres left to go. It's Loving Babe in front. David Sling starting to give chase up on the inside, as is Snip. Making a run now on the inside is Nate's Champion. It's a line of 4 horses. Heads up, heads down as they come into the last 100 metres. Old Snip on the outside. In between, it's going to be a photo. Run Minder Binder run, had a dive at it, but a photo here in race number 4. A 4-way go. Back behind that leading bunch, we have Fast and Fearless, who made up some ground. Grandpa Micmac towards the tail enders. We have Taki, who was towards them. Loving Babe, Red Raw dropped off in the end. And Rocket Ryan will pull up towards the tail with Super Generous. Signals given. Presses a button and away they go. Kakadu was tardily away. He's going to settle towards the rear. Beginning well is Happy Heart in the blue and yellow. He's going to go forward with Old Ming's Man. Coming fast is up there as well. Star Effect out wide, looking to track out and get with the leaders. Ming's Man's going to take a sit in behind them. Fate to Win's just covering a bit of ground. On the inside fence, Awesome Conqueror tucked away in 5th. Blitz Powers jump from barrier 1. She's midfield on the rail. Outside of her racing is Atlantean. Back then towards the tail enders, Bright Future on the fence with Heng Zing second last, and at the tail of the field after missing it was Kakadu. 24.87 is the first 400 metre sectional as they swing around the half mile and they go past the Singapore Turf Club right in centre. Coming fast is in front. He's taken the lead over Star Effect. Back away then is Fate to Win. On the inside fence is Happy Heart, who began well. Looking to get into it is Ming's Man, Atlantean in the blue cap. Heng Zing starting to come around him and peel out to the middle of a track. Run Fin Run just shoulders him out, looking for a bit of ground. Blitz Power's still got a few lengths to make up. Bright Future back to the inside rail. Kakadu still last of all. They've got 350 metres ahead of him. On the inside fence, it's coming fast. Giving chase now is Happy Heart. Atlantean's making a race of it in the blue cap. He's out in the middle. Blitz Power's got clear running. Run Fin Run not really picking up the ground. They come into the last 100 metres. It's Atlantean and Blitz Power. They're going to go to line together. Atlantean, Blitz Power on the outside. Blitz Power gets it back to back. Beats Atlantean on the inside fence there. Finishing was Happy Heart. He ran a nice race. Old Ming's Man's running 4th. He caught the eye. Back then to Run Fin Run, who looked a danger on the home turn. Bright Future with Heng Zing on the inside rail, coming fast, finishing midfield. Fate to Win, Star Effect. And at the tail of the field was Kakadu. Signals given. Flags up. Presses a button and they broke in a lovely line. Diamond Beauty was one of the worst to get going. She's at the tail end. Looking for speed with Open Arky. He's nice and positive there with Lim's Knight to his outside. Miracle's going to get a lovely run in 3rd. Resolution tucked away in 4th, just one off. Always Innocence outside of him. Back on the inside fence, we have Doc Hudson, Aftermath, who's midfield. Vulcan back to the inside rail. Towards the tail enders, Proof Perfect. Lim's Spin at the second last, and at the tail of the field is Diamond Beauty. They're rocking along around the corner here over to Polytrack. And they're in front here, it's on the inside, Open Arky who holds the lead. Back to his outside is Limbs Knight. Resolution starting to get a bit of a niggle on by Bozelon. Doc Hudson back to the inside rail. Miracle's just out wide, but got clear room. Always Innocence underwriting. Here comes Limbs Spin, peeled out to the middle of a track. Vulcan back to the inside, looking for runs. As they come into the last 250 metres, Doc Hudson got hampered on the inside rail. Open Archie holds the lead. Limbs Knight, Resolution, he's not coming into it. He won't be winning today. Out in the middle of a track, Limbs Spin giving chase. Miracle's going up and down on the spot, but they come into the last 50 metres. Doc Hudson on the inside fence. He finally got the run and he got up and won. A nice win there, just needed luck. Beating there was Limbs Knight in a photo on the outside. Finishing in the minors, we have Open Archie behind them with Proof Perfect, Limbs Spin, Aftermath. Miracle was midfield with Vulcan. He never came into it. Diamond Beauty, Always Innocent, and Resolution. Well, the money was on late, but he is going to finish last of all. Signals given. Presses a button and away they go. And they had to wait a little while, some of these runners. Centurion a little bit tardily away, as was Northern Sun and Ampere towards the tail. Good catch is urging up on the inside to go forward. Golden Dash is going to sit outside the leader and get a lovely run. Wednesday's up there prominent. Limbs Unique just out 4 wide at the moment, 5 wide even at this stage. He's going to look to try and get a bit of cover. Just inside of him is Modern Express. Super Talent, the one the money's been put on, is just behind that leading pack. He's one off the fence in a good spot. Back on the inside rail, we have there in the red cap is Speed Racer. Back towards the tail enders, Centurion. One World at the tail. And with the last one at the back there is Northern Sun getting ridden, and Panman back second last. Swinging around the corner, 424.87, and they're going to head to the home turn with just over 400 metres left to go. It's good catch in front. Golden Dash under hard riding already. Wednesday out in the middle, Limbs Unique. He's coming out and making up some ground for Beasley. Back for looking for Super Talent. He's not really coming into it at this stage. On the fence, and Panman, and nothing really making up ground from the back. But as they come into the last 180 metres, Limbs Unique's got in front. Golden Dash giving chase. Coming on into third is Wednesday. Making up ground out late is Super Talent, but it's all Limbs Unique. He'll get the cash. A nice ride there from Beasley. Running on out wide was One World, who caught the eye. Even wider, Northern Sun, who came from last. Wednesday was in fourth. Back on the inside rail, Golden Dash just didn't have that kick today. And back towards them, we have Good Catch and Panman. Super Talent, the money was on, but it was left in the bag. He didn't really fire today. And on the inside, one of the last to pull up with Panman was number 11, Speed Racer. Presses a button and away they go. Iron Champ began well from the inside, but that was as expected. Looking for Red Ocean, who's going to come out now, and Kelledy's just giving him a bit of a niggle to come up there and join that leading pair. Back in third is Circuit Mission, 1 out, 1 back. He's going to lob the Dream Run. Back on the inside of him is Mini Force X. Back on the inside there, we have Saphir racing inside of Strong and Best. Back to Real Success racing outside there of First Bowl. Towards a tail, Tangible. And at the back of the field is Quadcopter. First 424.25 as they start to make their way around the corner, and they're fairly strung out here. Iron Champ in the way he likes to go. He's jumped from barrier 1 and he's going to lead them up. Red Ocean just about a length and a half away back in second. They're leading the rest of the field from Circuit Mission in third. Back to Mini Force X. On the inside there, we have Saphir racing with Strong and Best. A couple of these need to get a bit of a wiggle on. Real Success under some riding with First Bowl. Back towards the tail, Tangible. And at the tail of the field is Quadcopter. They swing for home, and it's a long straight here ahead of them. A couple of these in front are under some pressure already. Red Ocean's, he's drawn the bat already, and he's not making up much ground. Giving chase now outside of them is Circuit Mission. Saphir out in the middle of a track. They've gone past Iron Champ and Red Ocean, but on the inside it's Circuit Mission hanging on. Saphir's making up ground, looking for a run on the outside. Tangible, is he going to get there? He's running up in the last 100 metres. Circuit Mission on the fence. He hangs on and gets there. Circuit Mission wins it from a photo between Tangible and Strong and Best in for second. Fourth went the way of Saphir. A lot of these leaders really dropped off and stopped like anything. First Bowl behind those with Iron Champ on his outside. Real Success never came into it. Mini Force X out wide. Back towards the tail enders with Tangible, and pulling up quite quickly is Red Ocean. He didn't fire any guns today. Signals given. Presses a button, away they go. She was a little bit dawdly away, C'est La Vie. She's not going to lead over Macam Lad. Entertainer's going to come out wide and sit into second. C'est La Vie will hold the rail third. Zach Karza to Grey to her outside. Ararat Ladies just 3 wide at the moment, looking to get a position as the jockey has a Captain Cook over his left shoulder. Back to his inside is Dark Bounty. Second last is Lim's Dream. And at the tail of the field is Lim's Magic, who will see them all. Macam Lad got a nice easy lead in front. Entertainer's just camped on his girth. C'est La Vie, she's tracked away in third on the rail, looking for a run. Zach Karza to her outside. Ararat Ladies now in a position to pounce and start to make a move on. Behind her, we have Dark Bounty on the inside fence. Lim's Dream second last, and Lim's Magic at the tail of the field, not really making up much ground. They swing for home and they come into it with 300 metres left to go. Macam Lad on the fence, Entertainer giving chase. Here comes Ararat Lady out wide on the middle of the track, and the rest not really coming into it. Dark Bounty slowly winding up with Lim's Dream to his outside. Coming into the last 100 metres. Entertainer on the inside. Ararat Lady's trying to, but she's not going to get him. It's a treble for Chasm. What a ride. Entertainer gets the bob over Ararat Lady, who was well supported, but she ran a nice race in second. Dark Bounty was out on the outside. He ran on from the back with Lim's Dream. Macam Lad didn't really box on. Zach Karza towards a tail. C'est La Vie, it's not her day again today. I think they're going to go back to the drawing board with her. And at the tail of the field, pulling up quickly, was Lim's Magic. Presses a button for the last time today, and blowing the start there was Wild Bee. He's going to look to settle at the back. Beginning very quickly was the American galloper in first, Last Samurai. He's going to go forward. Back then to Iron Ruler, who's in second, but a good 5-6 lengths away from this tearaway leader. Prodigal's going to lob just behind them with Super Dynasty to Grey out there. Back on the inside there is Sound the Siren, the Shadow to his outside with Cosmic Sands. Summer Wind's just covering some ground there to his inside, Gentleman Agreement. Speedy Missiles on the rail towards the tail enders with Lim's Best Breaker to his outside, Axel, and at the back of the field is Wild Bee. Well, this leader, I think he's got good dinner plans because he's making all the running and he wants to get there very quickly. He approaches the 600 metre mark and he is well in front by about 10, 15 lengths, maybe even more. Swinging for home, he's on his own. Coming into it now is Iron Ruler and the Grey Super Dynasty. They're going to have to be very good to catch him. He's going to have to stop at some stage. Super Dynasty to Grey, Cosmic Sands. Coming out now and getting into it in the middle of a track is Gentleman Agreement, who's winding up, but still the leader is starting to get on wobbled feet now, and the rider has a look back to see if they're coming. Iron Ruler's giving chase. Lim's Best Breaker's starting to make up ground on the outside. Iron Ruler goes past the leader. Here comes Lim's Best Breaker on the outside. Iron Ruler, Lim's Best Breaker, dive, photo. Very close in the last between Lim's Best Breaker and Iron Ruler. In a whopping go, the leader just couldn't hang on. He broke away by 15 or more lengths. Sound the Siren was making up ground on the inside. The leader is still pulling up amongst those the ones pulling up with the winners, and that is Last Samurai. Back then to Wild Bee. Prodigal didn't really fire today. Speedy Missile, Gentleman Agreement. Back then with the Shadow, Cosmic Sands, the Grey Super Dynasty, and Summer Wind. I can see him being one of the last to pull up.